Hello, Thursday, 5th of June. Today or tomorrow is somebody's birthday in my circle, but I always forget. It might be Floyd Norman. I'll find out shortly. Cheers, people. Cheers. There I am again. Not too much on my plate this morning, but I will share a little bit more music because that's what brings us together. That's what helps keep us sane. Old favorite shirt of mine, wearing my Mew t-shirt. I still am in contact with Jonas Bier of the band. They're doing their farewell tour right now. And I see the post mainly on Instagram, and it looks like the shows are going really well. They sound great. His voice is still in fine form. Along those lines, because mostly what I have to share is just kind of like a seriously, just a kind of a Dear Diary. What's going on with Dereck today? What did Dereck do yesterday? It's that simple. I don't have any major messages for the world, except for my birthday. Mates, peace and love. Peace and love. It's not getting through, is it? So anyway, I do have one new record to share. It's kind of cool how it came to me. So I got a message a few days ago from Mike Sacklar, local musician, guitarist, guitar tech, letting me know that he and some other folks were putting out a compilation album on vinyl, and he wanted to get a copy to me. I said, sure, I love vinyl. I told him, you also know I'm honest about what I think. He says, that's the whole point. So yesterday I get a visit from one of the artists in person. I got a personal delivery of this album from Ash Rainbow, one of the artists on the album, brought me, hand-delivered a copy of this brand new, it comes out tomorrow, VV Volume 1. That VV stands for something like Vinyl Victory, or... She remembered to give me a poster. They're doing the release party tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. I'm not going to go. But I also got a message from her this morning saying that she forgot to put an insert into the album, so she'll be dropping that off today. But VV Volume 1. I like the graphics. She said she did the art. And she also let me know that she had put some glow-in-the-dark paint on the V's. I haven't looked at it to check it out, but I will. This is good. I'm happy to say I don't have to mince words. I don't have to find words to be nice about the record because it's good. It's not like it's, oh, no, this is good. Good. Everyone on here is good. Lodgings, Custom Catacombs, Neva Denova. You heard that name? Ash Rainbow, Stephen Bartolome, the Sunless Trio, and Violenteer. It's on black vinyl. And I listened to the whole thing once all the way through. I need to listen again, but my first impression is very positive. Everyone came through. They also put together a 15-minute documentary about the making of this record. I'll leave the link because I watched it. And I'm all about this, where the whole, pardon me, the premise of making the record on vinyl was the idea of connecting to the original joy and magic of listening to music on record, where you're more engaged, unlike playlists and even CDs. You've heard me say it, you know. I have to put out CDs because I can't afford to put out vinyl. And no one has approached to me about putting out any more vinyl of mine. So it's a financial choice. If I could afford it, I'd put everything of mine out on vinyl. I have several albums though. This is very good, rock based, and everything is recorded live for the most part. Guitar based music for the most part. But these songs are good, and the variety is good. Everyone doesn't sound the same. For me, honestly, the Ash Rainbow track with the beatbox, Casio rhythm box for drums. I like that. I like everything with the Neva DeNova. Jake Bellows. He's a good songwriter. He's a good guy, but he's got a real good presence and voice in his songs. I bother to listen to the song's words, you know, because it's important to people. And people are singing about what they know. It's kind of cool that this poster here does kind of a family tree of sorts from each band. And I directly get a mention here because the Sunless Trio, which includes, like I said, Mike Sacklar, he played with Steve Sheehan. They did a Digital Sex thing. I don't remember that they called themselves Digital Sex, but they did some gigs where Steve came out and rolled out some of our old Digital Sex songs, and Mike Sackler played on those. So I'm indirectly a part of, well, these people are associates, not close friends, but I know most of these people and have for a long time. As a matter of fact, when Ash Rainbow came to the door, it took me a few minutes. I hadn't seen her in so long, I didn't recognize her. Geez, it's been that long. I didn't recognize you, Ashley. And her track on here is good. Good voice, Ash, if you see this. Everyone, and then Volunteer. Heavy, kind of like Pelican. And I like the chord changes on that real well. This is really well done. Recorded all over Omaha, different studios and people's homes. VV Volume 1. I'll leave the link to their Bandcamp site as well. That was a very nice, it was wonderful to get the home delivery. And like I said, I understand Ash just left me a message through Messenger that she forgot to put an insert in. So she's going to drop one off today. I may not be here because I have an interview with a local black entrepreneur, Dewan Lamont Hayes. He wants to interview me and Paul Allen about Omaha Black history in regards to music. I'm honored to be asked. I'm no expert. I'll tell them what I know. I'll give my opinion if they want it. Cheers, people. So thanks for the further information on the 4 mil bags. Someone really went whole hog for me and gave me a list of places to try, and I will. I know that it's nothing exotic, the bags for records, but I want these. I don't, now that I got turned on to this particular type, That's the way I am. I'd like some uniformity. So I'm going to be going and looking for some of these, more of them, because I used all 100 of the ones that were given to me. I just love the way they look. It is. It's so music-wise. I had to dip back because I showed you, like, I'm still absorbing the Moon June package, but I also had to take a break from it because after a while it's all like, okay, we're in this King Crimson realm and I need to get out of it. Okay, but one thing I listened to was when I was showing you Truth 3. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I already had Truth 1 and 2. So I went back and played Truth 2 by Marcus Reuter with Fabio Trentini and SF Circus. And there's also the through line where he's, you see those eyes. It's from the series. I haven't looked at this close enough, but it looks like a series of paintings of interest to Marcus, apparently. But again, this is heavy. It's that soaring King Crimson. Is it diminished chords that it's based on? A lot of the doom kind of doom-laden chord changes. So that can get heavy after a while. I can't listen to a lot of it all at once. And that's what I realized yesterday. It's like, okay, don't keep listening to these Moon June records all one after the other. They start to kind of blend together, and that's not a good experience. So, working on a new project. I'm not going to give any details. I don't want to dismantle it, okay? But I have a new project that I've started. But besides what I'm doing in my studio here, this room. When I'm working in here, it's a studio, just like anybody else. Your home, it's your studio. But I covered the last couple records with these really nice 4mm, and I'm going to get some more. I'm going to go ahead and research finding this particular company, Square Deal Online, through the other. Someone sent me a list of places to look for 4mm. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will use that information. Hiro Yanagida from Japan. He's been in several bands in the past. I think he was with possibly Flower Traveling Band. I'd have to look him up. But this is one of his solo albums. He's a keyboardist. And this is crazy. This is kind of a crazy album. He plays a lot of what sounds like a Wurlitzer organ on here. And it's kind of wacky in part. More wacky than psychedelic. And there he is, nude on the inside. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't. Don't bother to try to comment on why people would be nude on their record covers. Other than there's a couple of overly long wig out jams on here where he's just noodling and soloing and it just goes on too long. Beside that, this is just really wonderful and weird. Like the cover. It's like, what? And yeah, there's a song about lover, please come back to me. It's silly, it's just silly. But I love this cover, so I covered that, listened to that. I didn't listen to that, but I love this cover, and I just wanted to see it in the 4mm. Musicians, Magicians, Atoll from France. I love the color scheme of this in particular. This is black vinyl. There's a yellow vinyl version of this, which would be cool but at the same time, this album is so good. This is a reissue by Replica. That black vinyl is just fine. But when I went to cover these next two records, I went ahead and played them because it had been a long time. And when I played this, Kevin Ayers' Joy of a Toy, it was almost like hearing it again for the first time. Because for the longest time, I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics, and so I was missing the whimsy and some of the dry humor of Kevin Ayers' lyrics. I love the fact that this is basically Soft Machine backing him throughout the album. And so you hear some great Mike Ratledge on here. But this is a good album. It's really, I really paid attention to what he was singing and going on about. And it's like, oh man, this is very cool. This is no wonder I had been kind of overlooking this album for a long time. Okay, not really listening to the whole thing. And this is great. Joy of a Toy by Kevin Ayers. It's a reissue on Four Men with Beards. Of course, you know, originals on Harvest are collectible, but I'm happy to say that Four Men with Beards, they were inconsistent, and some records were really poorly pressed. This one is good. This is a good one. And what a great cover. What a great cover. This one was funny. My listening experience of this was actually funny. Gas by Roush on Compact. Total ambient, pulsing, very slowly evolving sound. There's a box set of this stuff. I wanted it when I saw it. They got one in Omaha, but I didn't have the money at the time. I'm bummed. Love these graphics. But what's cool is my stereo is good. I have these Paradigm speakers. Their fidelity is good. So I live in the inner city, what we used to call the ghetto. In other words, a primarily minority neighborhood. It used to be mostly black. Now it's very mixed. So it's just common to have people drive through with their booming stereos in the cars, where the bass is just like ridiculous. It's like shaking houses and stuff. Well, I was listening to this, and as it starts to get going, I hear this pulsing low frequency bass, and I was thinking to myself, motherfuckers, hurry up and drive down the street and get away from me. I thought it was a car passing at first, and then I noticed that the beat is going with what I'm listening to, so I turned the stereo off for a second to see. Son of a bitch, it's this record, man. The fidelity of the bass is huge, and thankfully my speakers and my Proton amp can handle it. I've had that Proton amp for a long time. I don't even know the specs. It's a real high quality. My stereo, I love my stereos. I had to laugh at myself because I was listening, thinking that my listening was being interrupted by my neighbors. It was me. It's the record. Wild. Here's one, and I think this is the last thing that I'll show because it's the last thing that I actually played besides living and working on my latest thing. I just roll with life. I just roll with it. I try to stay in the moment. And so the visit with Blake kind of sparked. I was already kind of tinkering with this new idea, but after Blake visited me, that sparked me. I said, okay. So I'm back at it. Some new stuff. Here's one that I'm going to keep it. But as I listen to it, and I listen to 3 out of the 4 sides of this, it's like this is real Christian in the focus of the words, almost to the point of sounding kind of, not sounding kind of, it sounds strange to me. Religious ideology, a lot of it now really sounds weird to me. Eat his body, drink his blood. What did you say? Stuff like. Anyway, The Survival of Saint Joan, a rock opera by Smoke Rise. Now, I've been through, so you religious people, you don't know my history, so don't bother if you get pricked by something I say. I have plenty of experience with the church religions, okay? So I don't need any lessons from anybody else. You believe what you believe. Don't try to hit me over the head with your beliefs. That's the thing I hate about religion, among other ideologies and dogma. So great graphics. I love good gatefold covers. This is a good one. Musically, this is very solid, and that's what wins it. But like I said, the lyrics, don't care for them. You know, all you have to do is believe shit. Yeah, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I've been through it. I'm scarred for life by that bullshit. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. I don't. But I'm going to keep this because it's a good. It's a good. It kind of rocks out a little bit, but mostly what it is, it's a nice variety of music. You know, these guys can write and play. So I'm keeping that. Oh, I do actually have something else. I need to look through this pile here. I believe this band is from New Zealand. Dunedin. Sneaky Feelings. This is a 12-inch single. Better Than Before. Pop. Indie pop. 3 songs. Just really good. I forget what the songs are about. But this is good. I can't even reference anyone from what I heard yesterday. It was just like, man, this is good. I like a good song. I like it hearing when bands play well together. And here's something else that is out. I didn't play it yesterday, but I covered it. Is there anything else lurking in here? I think that's it. But I'll be playing this maybe today. Space is the Place, Sun Ra. I said we had to get some Sun Ra and some 4 mil. Upgrade his behind. Sun Ra, the man. Space is the place. So that's what I have to share today. Tomorrow is Friday. It's not a band camp Friday, but I'm going to call it a June fundraiser Friday, and I'll be asking folks to buy some music. Like I said, I was just interested. I was just showing you the album by the local musicians who put it out on vinyl. I'd love to have my latest CDs, ours, out on vinyl. I can't afford it, but this music is good, and I want to share it with the world, and I want to get it out. So here's one of the more recent CDs that I put out. I put out a series of 5 in like a matter of 2 months. I just decided to just do it. 2 of the 5 titles are completely sold out. So that's why I keep saying, you know, these are going. Get them while you can. I'd love to have this out on vinyl. I heard from someone recently in the comments who bought this from the archives, and they shared with me how it touched their feelings. And this music is very real. Even though I'm using virtual instruments on the MIDI keyboard, it's all me. I'm playing it. It's not a computer. It's Dereck. And then all of these feature on the inside, they're gatefolds. They feature more of my artwork. There's a picture of me performing in Lincoln, Nebraska several years ago. Here's the CD. All of these are in limited editions of 100, except for the Muse, which is almost gone. When the Muse came out, the response was so good that I reordered it. So there's 300 copies of the Muse that were produced. I've only got a handful left. It's almost gone. So anyway, I'd appreciate your support of the channel. I'll talk a bit more about this show tomorrow, but through Bandcamp, or you can just send me some money if you want to my PayPal, which is my email, dereckvaughn@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description box. But that's what's going on, folks. Okay? Everybody take care. Much love to you all.